Good evening, guys. In the last session, we discussed about several Git commands, and we have summarized the Git commands that we have learned in our classes. We discussed about revert command, stash command, checkout, branch, rm, log, rebase, merge command, etc. Fine. Today, we are going to talk about Bitbucket. Today, we are going to talk about Bitbucket. What is Bitbucket and why we need to go for Bitbucket? This is also a version control software. Okay, Bitbucket version control software. Version control software like GitHub, developed by Atlassian company. This is software developed by a company which is called Atlassian company. Right now, it will use Git as underlying software. Bitbucket works based on Git. So all Git bash commands we can use with the Bitbucket repository also. We used several commands with the GitHub repository. So similarly, we can use the same commands with the Bitbucket repository also. All Git bash commands we can use with the Bitbucket repository also. Okay, fine. We can create trial account we can use free trial account for Bitbucket. So how we are using GitHub free account to do the practice. Similarly, we can use Bitbucket free account also, right? So when we compare GitHub and Bitbucket, the user interface will be very good in the Bitbucket. Rich user interface will be available in the Bitbucket. And what all the commands we used with GitHub repository, same commands we can use with the Bitbucket repository also. So let me go and access Bitbucket repositories. Okay, so let me go here, Bitbucket. Bitbucket.org website is available. So you can go to the Bitbucket website. You can use get it free option. Okay, so if you add your account, you can log in with your existing account, or you can use your Google account also. I am having account in this one. Okay, so with my account, I'm trying to log in into Bitbucket. Okay, try to log in with Bitbucket by using Atlassian. Okay. Your new workspace. I'm using Ashok IT. Click on agree and create workspace. I'm trying to access my Bitbucket account. One moment, your product is getting started. My Bitbucket product is getting started. In this Bitbucket, we can create our repository and we can perform operations with that repository. It is getting created. Yes, so with this, I'm able to access my Bitbucket account. So once we go to the Bitbucket account, here, it is saying repositories. Welcome to Bitbucket. Get started building your personal projects, testing out ideas, and more in your Ashok IT Ops workspace. So I can create a repository here. Okay, click on create repository. So we have repository creation option in the GitHub also. Similarly, you can create the repository in the Bitbucket also. Repository name I'm giving as HDFC Bank Loans App or HDFC Bank application. Okay, access level. So do you want to make it as a private repository, or do you want to make it as a public repository? Okay, so if you give the project name, you can give anything as a project name. HDFC I'm giving as a project name. Then repository name, HDFC bank app. Access, if I select it, it will become private repository. If I don't select it, it is a public repository. Okay, default branch name, it is coming as a main. Include git ignore file. We already discussed what is git ignore. Any files and folders that you don't want to commit from your repository, any files or folders you don't want to consider for the commits, you can configure them in the git ignore file. Click on create repository. Okay, so with this our Bitbucket repository is getting created. Okay, so if you see the difference here in the Bitbucket, the rich user interface, the beautiful user interface is available. Okay, so with this my Bitbucket repository got created. Now here we have option main. There is one branch called main branch is available. So if you want, you can clone that branch, invite. So if you want to give the permission for the people to access your repository, then you can add those people and you can give the permissions for those people. Okay, those are called as collaborators. So in the Git also, we have added one user as a collaborator. Now my repository got created. There is a clone option, git clone repository URL, copy this. Now, so in my local, I'm going to create one. In my local, I'm going to create one folder, which is called Bitbucket Workspace. Okay, here Git practice is available. Now I'm going to create Bitbucket. All right. So now let me go to Git Bash. You can use Git Bash as a client for the Bitbucket repository also. Go to open Git Bash here. Now for Git repository also, we use Git Bash. For Bitbucket repository also, we are going to use Git Bash. Fine. So with this, I'm able to open my Git Bash. So currently in my folder, Bitbucket folder, currently nothing is available. Let's go here and let's click on paste git clone repository URL. This is a public repository. Anybody can clone this repository. So I'm able to clone my Bitbucket repository. I'm able to clone my Bitbucket repository. All right. Fine. I have cloned my repository. Go here, HDFC Bank app. My Bitbucket repository I have cloned. Currently .git ignore file is available. Currently .git ignore file is available. Now let me go inside this. Let me go here and check it. So currently nothing is available. Bitbucket. Go inside that cd space HDFC Bank application. Okay, I am inside this project repository. That is nothing but our working tree. Now in this working tree, currently we have nothing. Okay, only .git file is available, which is a hidden file. Now I need to create a file. Before that, let me execute git status. When I execute git status, it is saying it is up to date. There is nothing to commit. My working tree is clean. Let me create one file, touch command, some f1.txt. Touch command f1.txt, that file got created. Now let us execute git status command. That file is not added to staging area. Let me go for git add f1.txt. That file is added to staging area. That file is added to staging area. Now I want to commit that file. To do the commit, we are going to use git commit -m commit message f1 file added. Okay, git commit -m f1 file is added. That file is committed. Then let's go for git push command. So same commands, guys. Is there any difference in the commands that I'm executing? So I'm doing the git push for first time to the Bitbucket repository. So those credentials are not configured. It will ask me to sign in with my credentials. Atlassian account, sign in with your browser. Okay. So it will open my Bitbucket account for authentication purpose. Already I logged in into my Bitbucket account. So my authentication got successful. With this, my push operation is also successful. So is there any difference? Is there any difference with commands that we executed for GitHub repositories and Bitbucket repository? Is there any difference in the commands execution for GitHub repository and Bitbucket repository? No. So with this, can I say, if you know GitHub, then easily you can work with Bitbucket also. So if you know how to work with GitHub, if you know how to use GitHub, then you can work with Bitbucket also, right? Yes. Then what is the difference? Only UI difference is available. These are from two different companies. GitHub is managing by Microsoft and Bitbucket is managing by Atlassian company. So some companies will use GitHub repositories. Some companies will use Bitbucket repository. The only difference is UI. The only difference is UI. Whatever the commands we learned with GitHub repositories, same commands we can use with the Bitbucket repository also. Whatever the commands we used with the Git repositories, same commands we can use with the Bitbucket repositories also. Git bash is the client for both. So here F1 file is committed. Now main branch is available. Suppose if you want to create the branches, if you want to check the commit history, so here commits available. You can see the commit history, in which branch they have done the commits. You can see that commit history. What are the branches available? You can create the new branch here. Currently there is a one main branch is available. Now create a new branch. I'm going to use the branch name. From the main branch, I want to create one develop branch. Okay. From the main branch, I'm creating develop branch. Click on create. Develop branch is available. From the main branch, I have created develop branch. Now, so I don't have that develop branch in my local, because after cloning is completed, develop branch is created. Now, how to get the latest branches into my local? What is the command I need to execute to get the latest changes from the central repository to local? What is the command that I need to execute? I need to execute a command called git pull command. So when I execute git pull command, I'm going to get all the changes. Now let me execute git branch command. Okay, I'm pointing to main branch. I want to switch to the develop branch. How can we switch the branches? By using git checkout develop. By using git checkout, switch it to a new branch called develop branch. Now touch d1.txt. I'm creating a new file in the develop branch. Git add d1.txt. Then git commit -m d1 added in develop branch. D1 added in the develop branch. Then let's do git push now. Let's do the git push now. So we are pushing the changes to the develop branch. Okay, changes are pushed to the develop branch. Now let's go and check my repository. HDFC Bank application is available. Repository main branch is available. Develop branch is available. So in the main branch, F1 file is available, and in the develop branch, F2 file is available. D1 file is available. So if you select the branch as main branch, in the main branch, F1 file is available. So if you select the branch as develop, D1 file is available. Now, so you can check in the branch section. So I have a pull request option. What is the purpose of pull request? There is no open pull request available. We can merge the changes from one branch to another branch by using pull request. Okay, click on create option. Create. Do you want to create a new repository? Do you want to create a new branch? Do you want to create a new pull request? I want to create a pull request. Click on create pull request. Okay. So I want to merge the changes from develop to main. So in the develop branch, D1 file is added. I want to merge the develop branch changes to main branch. So if you want to add any reviewer, you can add it. Okay. That means if you want your manager or your senior person to review your pull request, you can add the reviewer. Then do you want to delete develop branch after merge is completed? Okay, fine. I'm clicking on create pull request. I'm clicking on create pull request. All right. So skip the tour. Pull request got created. Currently, from the develop branch to main branch, the pull request is in the open state. So now you can approve that pull request. If you add any reviewer, reviewer is going to approve this. And now there is no reviewer. I am approving the pull request. Okay. Then click on merge option. So with this, the changes are merging from develop branch to main branch. Okay. Merge commit. So it is going to be merge commit. Okay. Click on git merge. Merge in progress. Once the merge is completed, then merged pull request. Author Ashok IT closed. So whatever the pull request we created, that is executed successfully. Now go to the main branch. So whatever the D1 file is available in the develop branch, we are able to merge those changes into main branch. So all the operations are same. So whatever the operations we have done with the GitHub account, same operations we have done with the whatever the operations we have done with the GitHub repositories, same operations we have done with the Bitbucket repository also. But these are from two different companies. Some projects will use GitHub repositories. Some projects will use Bitbucket repository. GitHub maintaining by Microsoft. Bitbucket is maintaining by Atlassian company. So in future, we are going to learn one more tool called Jira tool. Jira tool is also developed by Atlassian company. So there is a tool called Jira. That Jira tool also developed by Atlassian company. Are you guys clear with my point? Are you guys clear with my point? Now, all of you, quickly, 5 minutes of time I am giving. Could you please practice Bitbucket repository now and confirm? All of you open bitbucket.org, create free account, create repository, clone the repository, then perform some Git operations on the repository and confirm in the chat box. Anybody want to share the screen and do that? Anybody want to share the screen and want to try? Akash is interested for that. Yeah, Akash, can you speak out?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, Akash, please share your screen. Sign up in the Bitbucket. So whatever the practice I have done in the Bitbucket, I want you to do the same.
Okay. Is my screen
Yes.
visible?
Yes, we can see that.
Okay.
Yeah, Akash, you need to explain. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm creating a new workspace here. So I gave the workspace organization some name, and now I'm creating my workspace. So it is taking time to create my workspace here. So it is loading now. And yeah, the workspace is created. So now I have to create my repository. So I can import a repository if I have in my local, but I don't have, so I will create it. So here is a button, so create. So I am creating the repository. I am giving the name of project is like uh, testing underscore Ashok Ashok IT Ashok IT, and I give the repository name as test. So include the readme file if you want. So yeah, I want the readme file. So there is a readme file is there. Default branch is default branch is a main, and include the gitignore file. The files is a .gitignore file. So yeah, I wanted it. So I'm creating the repository. So yeah, so here is my test repo is created, and there are some commit, branches, pull request, pipeline, and all the things are there. So and these two files are created. Now sorry, what is the next step we have to do?
Clone.
Okay, so there is a clone button, and we can clone this one HTTP and SSH. There are both. So we are now using the HTTP clone, and I will go to my um, terminal. Now git clone, paste it, enter. So yeah, I guess git clone. Oh, they gave already git clone also, so we did not need to
You just need to paste and execute. That's it.
paste everything. Yeah. So I will cd ls -l. I will check where I am now. Now I am in the, so I will go to music, cd music, and paste it in git clone. So in the music, it is saying, oh, it is asking me the password, but I didn't give any password while creating.
You need to what password it is asking?
Cloning into test password http a bodhale admin bitbucket organization.
At the time of creating the account, you did not give any password.
No, like with the Google only I created it.
Is it private repository or public repository you created?
I created a terminate. I will terminate it. I created the private, public one only. How to
Go
how to
to
know that
go
it?
to go to repository settings, right side menu, last option.
Oh, okay,
This is a private repository. Access level bottom.
okay,
Yeah, save that. Now it is public repository.
okay.
Now you clone it again.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
cloned.
yeah. This got cloned.
So
Now
so
you
I had
make some
to,
changes
yeah. So
and
I will
push it.
go to the music. In the music, the test is there. So I will create another file. I will open, leave it. I will create a cd test and touch d1.txt. So yeah, d1.txt is created in the main main branch. So I will create one more branch also. Git branch main. Git. So forward. Okay. Git branch. So git status. So one untracked file is there which I created is a d1.txt. So I will push it. So I will add it first. Git add hyphen a. So by this way I can add all untracked file. If there are multiples also, then that also get tracked. So I am adding it to the local repository. Now git commit adding d1.txt. Okay. Oh, sorry, I missed the message. Yeah. So yeah, it's added now. Uh, is it necessary to give this command to run this command?
Yes,
Hello.
you need to set up. Yep, you can set up that.
Actually, in the like GitHub, I already did that one. It is
Yeah, no
another name
problem.
and
No problem. You can do it.
so, oh gosh. Okay. Git status. Okay. Now git push. Oh, it's still asking me some password.
You need to
Please
generate a
copy.
token.
Okay. And how to generate a token here now?
Go to repository settings. Access token will be there.
Repository settings. Manage repo. Transfer repo. Access. Advancing the advance. Is it? Access token. This one?
Yeah.
Create a repository access token. Oh my god. I have to do everything. So there are too many tokens I can see. So which token I can use? This one? How to use it?
First one.
Okay. So I will go here and I will directly paste this and enter. Git push. No, it is not taking the first one. I copied it, I pasted, yeah. So I copied it successfully. Now I'm trying to git push, asking me some token. So command V, enter.
It's failing maybe.
Huh?
Can you generate the token again?
Yeah. Create a new repository. So yeah, I generated it. So the record this token somewhere secure. It can be viewed or retrieved once you close this window. You can't. Okay. So I'm in the same. So git git push, and now I'm here. I'm pasting it and enter. No,
Or
it's
else
still
do one
failing.
thing. Take the last option. Git config user.email. Last option. Hit that
Okay.
to push the code
Okay.
to this token. Set your mail ID. User.email token at the rate. Yeah. Execute that command. Last command.
Okay. And
Enter.
instead of you, okay.
No. That's it. Enter.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah. Now
something
do git
happened.
push. Now do
I'll
the git
copy.
push.
Oh, git push. Still asking.
Still asking for the password. The token it has to take that.
How to use this token with the git repository. I guess okay, no, this is the git clone token. How to
Cloning
use
we are
this
done
token?
successfully.
Yeah, it's API token and it's your repository access token is this one only.
Or else you clone that repository once again with this clone repository option.
Okay,
Yeah, go to other directory and do the cloning. Guys, the people who are from Windows, you can directly do the practice. You can do the practice. This is a Mac OS is trying. In the Windows, Deba Kankan is completed the practice. Very good. The remaining people, please work on this part. Sir, you are in the same directory, sir. You need to go to the different directory.
no,
Come out from
I
there.
oh yeah, yeah, I cloned it.
Just now try that.
CD test TOUCH touch text and d1.txt. Okay, now created git add all git commit m add d1.txt and then git status and git push. Yeah, it's pushed, I guess. So we will check once again. We'll close this one. We will go to this one. So yeah, d1.txt is there. So now we will create another branch. So now currently I am in the git branch branch. I am in the main branch. So I will create git branch dev from main. So I will check. So I have two branches, so dev and main. So I am in the main branch. So I will go to the another branch is like git check out dev. So now I switch to the dev branch. So in the dev branch is created from the main branch. So all the files which I have in the main branch is there in the dev branch also. So D1 is there. So I will create a touch D2 d2.txt. So yeah, new text file is created in the D2. Now I will add this. I will check the status first. Status. Now this is the d2.txt is untracked. So I will track it first, and after that I will commit yum and adding d2 file, and I will git status. Okay, git status is saying nothing git push. So I have to do the upstream of this one. So this is the command to push the at the first time from the new branch. So I will copy this one and I will post it. So yeah, so you can see that there are two branches are created, dev and main. So now I have to merge it. I forgot that one. So we can check it that in the dev we have D1 and D2, and in the main we have only D1 branch. So now I have to create a pull request. So open, okay, merge, nothing. How to do the merge? Can you
Pull request.
yeah, I went to the pull request. Now in the pull request, open.
Create pull request.
Where is
No,
it?
no, no. There is a above button is there, na? Create option.
Okay, yeah, create
Create pull request. Last one.
pull request. Okay, so
Yeah, you can select
source
the
is
from which
dev.
branch to which branch. Yeah.
Okay, adding to file. So yeah, I'm creating the pull request here. Okay. So yeah, it's created now. I'm approving it and merging in dev pull request. Source is a dev and destination is a main. Like whatever I have in the dev, it is merging into the main. So I am merging it. So now we can go to the source and we can check. Yeah, the merge is successful and we can have in the main branch t2.txt is also there. Yep.
Okay. Good. Perfect. Yeah, Akash. Good job. The remaining people, all of you completed that in the Windows operating system also. All of you completed this in the Windows operating system as well. Yep. Very good. Manikanta, can you share your screen and can you show this practice in the Git practice in the Linux machine? I'm making you co-host, Manikanta.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, share your screen. Create one Linux machine with Amazon Linux.
Okay, sir.
So whatever the Git practices we are doing, we want to do that in the Linux machine now. As of now, we are doing it on the Windows machine only. Now I want you to do that in the Linux machine.
Sir, are you able to see my screen, sir?
Yes, I can see that.
Okay, sir.
You close the Git bash, go to your AWS account, launch one Linux machine, Yeah, Manikanta, you explain. What are you doing?
Okay, sir. Hi team. Now I just have created the Linux machine virtually for Git, especially. So still the virtual machine is in pending status. Okay. Now it is in running status. I have just copied my public address. I'm just opening the putty. I've just copied the public IP and I'm just going to the credentials and I'm just uploading the PPK file. I'm just opening it. Now the instance is ready. I'm just logging with EC2. Now it is ready. Yes, sir. Sir, do I want to download or can I directly?
Yeah, install the Git client now. First check the Git now. No, not like that. First check the Git presence, Git double F. It is Ubuntu machine or Amazon Linux?
Amazon Linux, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you increase the font size?
1 second. Sir.
Yeah.
Is this okay, sir?
Yes, fine. You explain. Check how to check the Git version, how to install the Git. You show them that.
Sir, I'm not sure on this command.
Git double hyphen version. Okay. Yeah, Git command is not available. That's correct. Git double hyphen version. Okay. Git double hyphen version.
Yes, sir.
That is Git is not available. So we need to install the Git client now.
Yes, sir.
So to install the Git client, sudo yum install Git. Guys, remember. So if you want to perform the Git operations in the Linux machine, so we need to install the Git client in the Linux machine. For that, we are using sudo yum install Git. Let's install that one. Yes.
Sudo yum install git -i. So I'm giving the auto approve command for this. So it got downloaded. Yeah. Now I'm just checking the version. So
Git client got installed in your system. Now you can clone the Git repository and you can perform operations on your Git repository. Take one existing Git repository and clone that.
Any Bitbucket or Git is both?
Git, take the Git one. Anything is fine, but take the Git one.
Okay. Thanks.
You take your Git repository, any Git repository.
I'm just taking my initial.
Anything. Yeah, anything is fine. Just we need to show them how to do the commit.
Okay. I have copied the Git URL. Now I'm just cloning.
Yes.
I'm first initial
clone.
Create a directory. No, that is
not no need of because whenever you clone directly, repository will be created, right? Git clone repository URL.
Okay. I have
your
given
Git repository will be created.
Now I'm just it is just clone. Now I'm just giving the
right. Yeah, guys, listen. So Manikanta has launched one new Linux machine. In that Linux machine, by default, Git is not available. So he installed Git by using yum install command. By using Git package, by using Linux package manager, he installed Git client. After installing the Git client, he cloned that by using Git clone command. Now he's going inside the repository to perform the Git operations. So go inside the repository.
Yes, sir.
Now ls-l. Yeah. So currently there is only f1.txt file available. Now you need to create one file, then commit and push that file.
Okay, sir. Okay. Now I'm just creating one dummy file, just f2.txt. I just executed it, ls-l. Instead of that, I'm just giving the Git status to check what is the status of that. So it shows there is one untracked file which is created newly. So I'm just adding it to the staging directory.
Okay.
Now again, I am giving the Git status. So it shows the file has been file yet to be committed, and now it is in staging directory. So I'm just committing it. it is asking me to enter the Git configuration file allows you to instruct and run the in command and follow the instruction when edited. So can I change it? Can I change this, sir?
Which one?
Sir, it is asking for Git config that initially we need to enter the username and as well as the.
You can configure them. You can configure them. Just close that. :Q0.
Okay, sir.
First execute that git configure global user.name user.email. No. Git config --global user.name. You give your name and your mail ID.
But 1 second, sir. I'll just go to credential manager.
Yeah, please.
Password. Not remember the password. Okay. I'll just try, sir.
Are you able to configure? No, you should not give the password. You need to generate a token, Mankanta. Go to your GitHub account. You generate a token. Instead of the password, you need to give the token.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, go to your Git repository settings option. In your profile, go to the settings.
Settings, sir.
Developer settings. Developer settings last.
Okay.
Yeah, click on that. Personal access token.
Personal access token.
Generate classic token. Classic token.
Classic
Yeah.
token.
Yeah, generate a new token. Above there is option, generate a new token. Yeah. Confirm. Yeah, enter the name for some token, whatever the name that you want, you enter that name.
Okay. Anything is fine, right, sir?
Yeah. Guys, so when you are using Git bash, instead of password, you can use the token. So you need to go to developer settings and you need to generate the token. Whenever you are doing the push, you copy the token, save that in the notepad somewhere.
Yes,
instead of password, you need to use the token.
Okay, sir. Now I'm just
Clear the screen.
Okay, sir.
Now you execute git push command.
Git push. It is asking,
it is asking your username. Your username you need to enter.
And sir, now
And
the
password.
is
Password,
which is created here. I'm just copying it, sir.
Yeah, you need to give the token instead of the password.
Now I just pasted it here. I'm just entering it. Now
Correct. That's it.
Now
you are able to push
successfully.
into Git repository from your Linux machine also. So you can use Git from your Git operations. You can perform from the Windows machine, as well as you can perform your Git operations from the Linux machine also.
Here it is
Okay. Yes, correct.
2.txt is successfully added, sir.
So what is the difference, guys? So when you want to use Git in the Linux machine, you need to install the Git client in your Linux machine. For that, we are using sudo yum install git option to install the Git in the Linux machine. And when we are using the Git for first time, as we discussed, we need to configure the name and email. For that, we are going to use git config command. Once it is done, when you are doing the push, it is asking your username and password. Instead of the password, you need to enter the token. Manikanta, can you show once again how to enter the token, how to generate the token in the GitHub?
Okay.
Even you can generate the token in the GitHub as well as Bitbucket also. So explain them how to generate the token.
Okay. Team, once you log in the GitHub repository, you need to go to your profile and just click on the profile and just scroll down. There is an option called settings. Then click on that settings. And then in the left side pane, if you just drop down, come to the last, there is an option called developer settings. Just click on the developer settings. And then here in the left side pane, you can see personal access tokens. Just click on the drop down. And then here there is an option called tokens classic. Just click on the tokens classic. And then here I have already created a token. If I want, I can just delete it. I just deleted it. Now, if you want to create it, you can just create a token here. Clicking on the screen. Now I am unable to create the token, sir. Here it is an option called generate new token actually. Generate new token classic. Here you can give any name, like I'm giving token. You can select the scopes actually. So anything is fine. I'm just giving all. Now, if you click on the generate token, then a token is created and you can just copy this token and just you can, when you push your committed files, then it will ask for you the password. Then in the password, instead of typing your password, you need to just copy this token and you need to paste it. Then automatically the file will be uploaded to the remote repository.
Good. Anyone having questions how to use Git in the Linux machine? Anybody having any questions how to use Git in the Linux machine? You can generate the token in the Git as well as in the Bitbucket also. You can generate the token in the Git as well as in the Bitbucket also. In the Bitbucket, repository settings option is available in order to generate the token. All right. And Mankanta, go to GitHub, search for my Git repositories.
Yes, sir.
Search for my Git repositories in the GitHub. Type Ashok. No, not like that. Ashok IT School. You type my username. Not like this. You search. No. Go to search option. Type Ashok IT School. Ashok IT School. Yeah. Not that. Scroll down.
There are many, sir, actually.
Yeah. So many people has cloned it. Forked it basically. Click on next. Or else go to Google directly, type Ashok IT GitHub. Go to Google. Token validity you can set 1 month validity or 2 months validity, something like that. You can set the validity for the tokens.
Yes, sir.
Go to Google, Ashok IT Git. Yeah, you click on this. So guys, this is my GitHub account. There are 100 plus repositories available in my GitHub account. So go open first the repository, Maven web app repository, open that. Now, so this is my Git repository. Okay. So here, did you log in into your Git account in this browser?
No, sir. In this browser, I do not have, sir.
Yeah, please log in into your account in the next tab.
Yes, sir. I have logged in, sir.
Yeah, now go to my previous tab and refresh. To previous tab.
Okay, sir.
Refresh it. Now scroll up. Okay. So fine, guys. You see, my Git repository is available, and Manikanta is having Git account. Can Manikanta perform some operations on my Git repository, or Manikanta cannot perform operations in my Git repository? This is my Git account repository. Can Manikanta perform the operations on my Git repository, or Manikanta cannot perform operations on my Git repository?
I can, sir.
Can anyone tell me? In my repository.
Yes, sir. Because it is public, sir. I guess it can be.
No, public means you can only clone it. But can you do the commits to my repository?
No, sir. No.
So my repository is public. So can you do the commits to my repository, or you cannot do the commits to my repository? Can you do the commits to my repository, or you cannot do the commits to my repository, Manikanta?
I guess no, sir.
No, you cannot commit because you don't have your permission for that.
Okay.
You cannot commit to my repository because you don't have your permission for my repository.
It's
now
access.
you want to access my repository, and you want to do some operations on my repository. You cannot commit to my repository because even though my repository is public, you cannot perform operations on my repository. Even though it is public, you cannot perform operations on my repository. Now, you want to do some work on my repository. Even though it is public, you cannot perform operations on my repository. Okay, guys. So now what you can do is, there is an option called Git fork option is available. Okay. Can you see above watch option is available? Fork option is available. Can you do the click on fork? Create a new fork.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, create a new fork. Repository name. Then click on copy the master branch only. Yes. So your account is there. Click on create fork.
Yes, sir.
Same. Click on create fork. That's it. Now you have forked my repository. That means you have downloaded a Git repository from my GitHub account to your GitHub account. That is called Git forking. Now you go to your repositories, you go to your repository and you refresh.
Yes, sir. Now
you can see my repository you have forked. So that means you want to work on someone else's repository. You don't have your permission to do the changes to that repository. So in my GitHub account, there is a repository available. So in that repository, you are not a collaborator. That means you cannot perform operations on my repository. But you want to use my repository to complete your work. You want to do some enhancements to my project. Okay, you want to contribute to my project, but you are not my collaborator. Then what you can do, you can take my repository into your GitHub account by using fork option. Now, so you got my project. Whatever the repository is there in my GitHub account, you have taken that repository into your GitHub account. How you have taken that? By using Git fork option. You understood my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do that with the another repository also.
Shall I go with Kubernetes, sir?
Yes, anything is fine. Our Spring Boot Docker app is there, na, below. You take that.
Okay, sir. Spring Boot Docker.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm just.
Now, guys, listen. Guys, all of you, see here. This there is a Git repository available. Spring Boot Docker app is there. That is my repository. That is a public repository only. It is there in my GitHub account. You are not a collaborator to do the changes to my repository, but you want to use my repository to perform your operations. As you are not a collaborator, you cannot commit. So then what you need to do? You can download this repository from my GitHub account into your GitHub account. In that scenario, you can use Git fork option. So there is an option called Git fork. Already 370 people forked my repository. So you can also fork my account. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just clicking on this fork and create a new fork. Here, copy the main branch only. Create fork. Now I'm just to my account. I'm just refreshing it.
Now go to your repositories. Select your repositories. There is a tab above.
Yes. Here, I can
scroll
see
down. Yeah. So these are Spring Boot Docker app you forked, Maven web app you forked. These are my repositories. Yes. So in my GitHub account, I can see who forked my repositories also. Guys, you understand what is the meaning of Git fork?
Yes, sir.
So when do you go for Git fork?
You want to do some improvements.
Yeah. If you want to contribute to some projects, if you want to do some contributions on the other people projects, then you can use this Git fork option. If you want to do the contributions for some other projects, then you can use this kind of Git fork concepts. Are you clear with my point? Are you guys clear with my point? What is Git fork and how to do operations in the Bitbucket? How to use Git in the Linux machine? I hope you guys got some clarity. Guys, I hope you guys got some clarity. How to do the operations in Bitbucket and how to use Git in Linux machines also. So you need to generate a token. So we have shown you already how to generate the token in the GitHub as well as in the Bitbucket repository also. So instead of password, you can use a token to perform operations, right? So in the Windows machine also, in the GitHub, in the Git bash, when you are doing the Git push for first time, it will ask for the password. Instead of the password, you can use a token concept. Instead of the password, you can use token concept. All right. So good. With this, we completed our discussion related to what is Git and how to perform operations in the Git. And remember, what is our responsibility in the real time related to this Git? So in the real time, our responsibility is creating the Git repositories based on the development team request. So whenever a Git repository is required, development team is going to send the request to the DevOps team in order to create the repository. Okay. So once we create the repositories, then developers will clone the repositories. They will do the code commits and code push, and they will create the branches also. And we will define branching strategy in our project. When to use which branch, which team should use which branch, all those branching strategy that we are going to discuss. And sometimes we are going to perform branch merging also by using pull request. When we are doing the branch merging, there is a chance of getting the Git conflicts. Practically, we have seen Git conflicts, merge conflicts, and we have seen how to resolve those merge conflicts also. Got my point? Very good. So with this, we understood what is GitHub and what is Bitbucket. And GitHub actions pending topic is there. When we go for the Jenkins pipelines, then I'm going to discuss about GitHub actions concept. That means whenever there is a code change in the GitHub, then immediately I want to trigger my Jenkins pipeline. So in the tomorrow session, we are going to start our discussion related to Dockers, Kubernetes, and Jenkins. Once Dockers, Kubernetes, Jenkins completed, then we will do CI/CD pipeline by integrating all the tools. So we discussed Maven and GitHub, right? Now we are going to learn Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins. Once all these tools are completed, then we are going to integrate all the tools and we'll build our pipeline. When we create the pipeline, we are going to talk about our Git actions concept also. All right, good. Okay, Swadesh is having some issue. Hi, Swadesh Mishra. Please speak out. What is your question?
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Sir, I'm having issues with the Git stars. So
yeah, please share your screen.
Yeah. Yes, sir. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir. No, it's loading.
Yes, sir. Now visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sir, so when I am trying to do this, 1 second. I tried to do that. Let me start from the first. That 1 second. Yes. As you can see here, I tried to do Git stars.
Sir, you don't have any changes in the local. That's why you are getting no local changes to save.
No,
When you
sir,
have something change, no, listen to me. When you have some changes in your working tree, then you can use git stash command for that.
Yes, sir. I have some previously.
1 minute, sir. Clear everything. Do the clear. You are using git bash, right?
Right.
So clone the new repository. You delete this one. You close your git bash. You clone the new repository and do the work from the starting.
when I was doing it, stars, but everything done. But when I try to do git stars apply, then that didn't work.
Yeah, do the clone from starting and show me the from the starting onwards, sir. You do it from the starting and show me that.
So that stars can also be done in branching or only main branch.
Yes. No, any branch, sir.
Okay.
Hello. Olympic match के जगह लाइन पर से गवर्नमेंट को सुविधा नहीं मिलती हाँ ये तो ऐसे तो उसके तो बात कर सकते हैं हाँ अच्छा
So I was previously doing in develop branch. So I'm copying from develop branch. Is it all right?
Right, sir.
So total destination. I need to go into that git disable on sub, right?
Yes. Sir, if a clone is failure, sir, in that location already that repository is available. You need to delete that.
Okay. I have previously cloned that. Yeah.
Yeah, delete it. Now you do the cloning.
Yeah. So in order to do next task, I need to do some changes in any one of the file. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you do the process.
So one thing is that I was cloning from that sub branch that was developed. So how it is showing name?
By default, it will give you clone command when you execute. By default, it will give you main branch. If you want to clone particular branch, you need to use git clone -b option. You already got the main branch. Yeah, now you do the changes and do the stash now.
Yeah. Actually, I had not started previously, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you do the git push.
Yeah.
Your push is completed. Now edit some
Yeah.
file and make some changes.
From
Go
this
to F1 file. Yeah, you can go to F1, edit some file, make some changes. Now save that same file and close that.
Yeah.
So now go and check the git status. That file is modified, right?
Right.
Now you execute git stash command.
Yeah.
Git stash is done. Now go to F1 file and check it. Your changes are available or not.
Yeah, this is
Not
online.
available. Now
Yeah.
you apply git stash apply command. Now you do git stash apply. Now your changes came back. Now go to F1 file and check it.
Yeah.
Yes, you got the changes. It's working.
Right.
Good. Fine, guys. Thank you. With this, I'm stopping for today, and we'll meet again in the tomorrow session. So please do the practice on the Bitbucket as well as Git operations in the Linux machine. Thank you.